Hello book lovers, I'm Khodakivska. This is Cat Joseph, my fluffy assistant. Welcome on our channel. Well, book lovers, today is the last day of April and I finally found time for filming. April was good, April was cozy, April was full of surprises and well, our April, our bookish April and non-bookish April look like this. It's the 8th of April and we are traveling a bit. My sweet baby Christina has just fallen asleep. She's sleeping behind their pillows, big pillows behind me. My boys are downstairs. They are making a fire and I will join them in a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, I've decided to film a bit and to share with you my reading process. Well, first of all, I finished reading this one, Guillaume Musso, Angelique by Guillaume Musso. It was really great psychological thriller with their perfect romantic line. We follow Matthias. He's a former policeman. He wakes up in a hospital and meets a young lady, Louise. She's a future student and meanwhile she comes to the hospital and plays violin to patients. It's a sort of like musical therapy to patients. And this young girl asks Matthias to help her in the investigation of the death of her mother. and here their story starts. Well, everything in this book was absolutely great. It grabbed my attention from the first pages and held my attention to the final pages. The plot was really well thought. It was really very cleverly written with numerous twists, turns, tense moments. Their writing style is adorable as always. Guillaume Musso is one of my auto-buy writers. He is one of my favorite writers ever. That's why this time this book is the writing style in this book was also incredibly good. It was leisurely. Felt leisurely written. It was well paced. In some episodes, it was dynamic and galloping. As it was rarely slowly this time, but still I enjoyed reading it. The characters almost all of them were portrayed brilliantly, and only one thing that irritated me and still irritates me a bit was the surname of one of the characters. Truth be told, I know how the surnames in Ukraine sound, and the surname of one of the characters that has a Ukrainian surname, for me it sounded like funny, because in Ukraine this surname you can hear from time to time, but it has some like a funny aspect or funny meaning. It's usually used in funny stories and so on and so forth. And the character has brilliant name, but like this surname was like it gave me like a feeling of disbalance. But still, when I was giving my rating to this book, I thought that it would be like unfair to give for 4.5 instead of 5 stars just because of surname. Well, probably it happens. Because the book still was amazing, it was eye-catching, it was unputdownable. If you need a brilliant French psychological thriller with lots of mind-blowing scenes, tense moments, numerous twists, and a perfect romantic line, this one is definitely what you need. As I have said, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, even though one of the surnames like still irritates me a bit. I discussed it with my husband, with my friends from Ukraine. They giggled a bit, but still they asked me if the book was good. I answered that the book was awesome. That's why, well, if you are a Guillaume Musso fan, or even if you haven't read anything by Guillaume Musso yet, this one I would probably recommend you if you like psychological thrillers with a brilliant romantic line. And now, just an hour ago, I started reading this one. We have started reading with my daughter. She was falling asleep while I was reading it to her. How to Steal a Dog by Barbara Connor. You know that probably I became a fan of Barbara Connor when I read Wish by Barbara Connor. I love that book so much, and if you are interested in, I will link I will leave the link to the video about the Wish into the description below. Well, this one I'm just like two chapters and 2 pages through. I have my favorite bookmark here. Read, Dream, Love. So we here follow Georgina, little Georgina. Her mother and her brother are facing really tough times. Georgina lives in very unhealthy environment in her family. Actually, her family is broken, and her mother, Georgina, and her little brother have to survive. And they live in terrible conditions, in a terrible environment. And little Georgina appears to be pretty creative, pretty innovative, and she has a plan how to help her mother and how to cope with their problems and how to save their situation. She decides to steal a dog, and I got to the point when she saw like an announcement about the doggy, and she's about to meet this cutie. Her name is Mitzi. Well, no more spoilers, but this book is like, it's so touching, it's so good, it's so like kind, it's full of kindness as well as wish. I'm loving it when the book is penetrated with their kind like sparkles, wise moments, and like challenging situations that are going to to be fixed somehow, or by some miracle, by some unique solution, and so on and so forth. Well, I'm already in love with Mitzi and little Georgina and her mother and her little brother, because characters from the first pages are depicted perfectly. Well, we'll see how it will go. Meantime, I'm enjoying it, and I do hope I will enjoy it in future, and I can't wait to see how their story will be developing. Well, I do hope that your April is going fine. All your beloved ones are happy, healthy, safe and sound, and yeah, April is going fine, going like with some magical sparks, as well as mine. I am about to going downstairs and join my boys, my husband, and my sweet little Nick. We will settle cozily by our fireplace and just have some cozy time together. today is the 15th of April, and as we celebrate Orthodox Easter, today was a pretty busy day. We were cooking together with my husband, I was baking, our sweet little Nick was helping us a lot. Now my husband go to put our sweet little girl Christina to the bed. It's time for bedtime stories for our little girl. Our Nick has some fun with his friends outdoors, and before the festive table I have some time for filming. So today while I was visiting dentist, I managed to finish reading this one, How to Steal a Dog by Barbara O'Connor. It was my second book by this writer, and I adored it so much. Truth be told, the first book, Wish, I loved this book a bit more, but still, while I was ranking this book, I was balancing between 4.5 and 5 stars, and then I thought that it would be unfair to give it 4.5, because still this book is amazing. This book is full of fantastic lessons for kids, for teenagers, for parents, or for dog lovers. It contains a lot of morals, and I loved it so much. Well, here we follow Georgina Hayes. Her family is broken. The father of the family votes off. He left his family, and Georgina's mother has to survive, and she has not only to survive, she has to keep all the family afloat. She has to support her daughter and her son. They are in a real trouble, in a real difficult, challenging situation, and in this going through this tough period, Georgina decides to help her mother, and the only way she sees how she can help her mother is to steal a dog. So the girl writes a plan in her notebook, how to carry out this plan, how to carry out all these big plan. And here her adventures started. This book is full of heart-squeezing moments. I really love the writing style, because their desperate moments were depicted so powerfully with the slightest details. It made me cry. It made me I sobbed a lot while reading this book, but still it contains a lot of lessons, how to deal with bullying, how to deal with such situations, where it gives a hint and advice how to help our kids and teenagers in these situations. So I really love this book, but I would highly recommend it to parents, to grandparents, to all dog lovers. As I read it both with my son and with my daughter can't speak. She's too small. She will turn 1 year old in the 19th of April. But my son really loved this book. He worried about dog Willie. Throughout the book, he worried about the destiny of Georgina, how she will cope up with the situation in which she got. Well, I will read you the blurb. Georgina Hayes is desperate. Ever since her father left and they were evicted from their apartment, her family has been living in their car. With her mama juggling 2 jobs, trying to make enough money to find a place to live, Georgina is stuck looking after her younger brother, Toby. And she has her heart set on improving the situation. When Georgina spots a missing dog poster with a reward of $500, the solution to all her problems suddenly seems within reach. All she has to do is borrow the right dog, and its owners are sure to offer a reward. What happens next is the last thing she expected. Well, the writing style is well paced. It's pretty dynamic. Probably, well, it's not the thing that I didn't like. No, but the book ended up so quickly, and I still don't know whether it was so fast paced or it was just like I was expecting for a bit more in this book, a bit more pages, a bit more developing of the situation. But still, I loved it, and I would highly recommend it to parents, as I said, and so on and so forth. I have told you that I read A Wish. Also, we have Adventures of or Mystery World. I don't. The text is too tiny here. That's why I don't see the name of the book. But this one is with this fantastic frog. I also would like to read, but I haven't ordered it yet. So I have one of my favorite quotes right here. I forgot to put the sticker here. So well, here we go. I found the quote. Sometimes the more you stir it, the worse it stinks. When you will read it, if you read this book, you will understand what this phrase means and how deep this, how really deep and profoundly this short but really wise quote characterizes the whole book. The plot is quite simple, but it's brilliantly depicted, brilliantly written in all the aspects. The writing style is perfect. I bet that you can read it in one sitting. Well, I think there are a lot of quotes. This one is one of the quotes I wrote out for myself, and we discussed it a lot with my niece. Would I read the other books by this author? Definitely yes. I've decided that I will order all her books, all her available books, and I will read them all because, well, Barbara Connor from now on is one of my favorite writers ever. Her character is one of the features that I adored about her book, at least about Wish, and about this one, that her characters stay with you for a while after you finish reading the book. Well, I finished reading it early in the morning, but I'm still balancing whether to start another book to read, because I'm still living with Georgina Hayes and her brother Toby, and this cute doggy Willie and their mother. Well, the book is awesome. The book is really great. I repeat once again that it includes many valuable lessons concerning love for animals, or concerning mother-daughter relationship, or concerning siblings relationship. So many like challenging situations are happening between brother and sister, between brother and mother and daughter, between unknown people, or how to deal, how to teach your kid to like to cope with their really tricky and challenging situation when your kid is like guilty, and how to speak about this guilt with your kid, and so on and so forth. So I really loved everything about this book, the plot, the writing style, or the characters are brilliantly portrayed in all the aspects, or appearance, both it concerns both appearance and features of the characters, from the first lines, from the first episodes. I felt emotionally connected to all of them. Well, if you want to read, it's pretty short. This book is only 170 pages. So if you want a short book about friendship, about hope, about animals, about tough situations, and how to cope with like dark times in your life, how to come through, how to see these situations from a perspective of your kid and teenager's life. Well, this book is definitely what you need. It's pretty twisty, or it contains like smooth twists, but still it has some. Well, to cut a long story short, this book is amazing. It's one more book by Barbara Connor that like grabbed my attention and left huge traces in my bookish heart. So yep, I forgot to say that. Or I already said. Okay, I gave for this book 5 out of 5 stars because yeah, I definitely told this already. So because I thought that it would just like unfair to give 4 stars. No, it's not 4 stars book. It's like 4.5, but still I've decided to give to rank this book 5 stars, because like this book is made in my humble opinion with the deepest love for kids, or for animals, for all those who are going through really tough and challenging situations, like the ones that are depicted in this book. And all these situations are depicted brilliantly, amazingly, and eye-catchingly. So if you are by the way, I love their book cover, as well as Wish, and the rest one, as you see, you can see or not. The book covers this one, and the Wish, and Wonderland, and this one with the frog are adorable. Well, I would highly recommend this book if you're a dog lover. He's not a dog lover. So my daughter probably fell asleep. That's why my husband will join me in a second. The next, I'm still balancing between choosing this or that book to read next. I will definitely read this one, Unprecedented Times by Lisa Thomas. It's this book 1 in a trilogy. Uh, well, at least I will start this book. I don't know how it will go and how much time I will have for, because it's already 15th of April, and like I don't know. And one more book I will read with my kids. This one, The Butterfly Line by Michael Morgurgo. Michael Morgurgo is one of our favorite writers, or at least she recommends one of the books by Michael Morgurgo. It was Shannon from 155 books. I will leave the link to her channel in the description below. I will read it with my kids, and we'll share our emotions, mine and my son, with you. Well, I read you a blurb, but I like this cutie on the book cover. Bertie rescues an orphan white lion cub from the African wild. They are inseparable until Bertie is sent to a boarding school far away in England and the lion is sold to a circus. Betty swears that one day they will see one another again, but the butterfly lion ensures that their friendship will never be forgotten. Well, it sounds cute, it sounds kind, it sounds like the book that will touch my heart, and not only mine. I know that my Nick is an animal lover. He loves all the animals. So, this little line will also probably enjoy reading it with us. So the book cover is cute, is like eye-catching, and the blurb is also like is catching and captivating. So, and about this book, it seems to me I've already read your blurb, but probably if you're not, if you haven't watched the previous videos and you're interested in, I will read it once again. The world is changed. The pandemic spread, the death toll rose, and nations banded together to combat the biggest biological threat since the Black Plague. Now, a fragile balance holds further tragedy at bay. In this alternate history, follow the spread of the virus through the eyes of 4 characters as they desperately seek a path towards a better future. At the WHO, Clara, a would-be assistant and faithful assistant to Dr. Vincent, the Director General, works tirelessly to alter humanity's course. Meanwhile, Clara's twin sister Rosa, along with her police officer fiancé Ben, fight to survive in a world far darker than it once was. How far will people go to survive? Will we risk losing our humanity for the sake of humanity? Either way, millions will die in these unprecedented times. Well, it sounds mind-blowing. I have heard so much about this book. I was looking to read this book, so probably these 2 books are my next body read. So we'll see how it will go. just told you, our April was full of thrilling moments, touching moments. We have our daughter's birthday. Our sweet little Christina turned 1. We have our mother visiting us. I'm on the last chapters of my own book, and I do hope I will finish it pretty soon, and I will be able to share with all of you the book that like has very special meaning for me. Well, meanwhile, I finished reading 4 books. Surprisingly for me, it was like, wow, great surprise, because I have so little time for reading. I'm trying to balance among being a wife, being a mom, being a daughter, being a friend, being a reader, and being a writer. That's why I'm sorry. I'm trying to film and to say you everything I wanted to say before my husband comes back with my daughter. They are strolling a bit, they have their daily walk. So I finished 4 books. The first here they are. The first one was Angelique by Guillaume. Musso. I loved it. It's pretty good. I can say that this book is his best one in my humble opinion, but still I enjoy reading it. It's about former former policeman, Matthias, who appeared to be involved in a pretty mysterious and dangerous investigation. It was good, it was tense, it was full of twists. It's almost in Musso style, and I had really great time with this book, with some moments that irritated me a bit, and I've told about them in my previous videos. So I gave it 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars, because like I just thought that it would be like unfair to give for even 4.5 stars, because the book still managed to grab my attention from the first pages till the last pages. It was great, it was interesting, it was captivating. Writing style, as always, is perfect. You can, if you have enough time, you can definitely read it in one sitting. Well, if you haven't read anything by Guillaume Musso, actually I wouldn't recommend you to start with this one, because he has other books that like still in my mind, still are like I have aftertaste after reading his previous books. But this one is also good. Like I loved it. I had great time with it, and like if you're a Musso style, I'm sorry if you're a Musso fan, it seems to me you will like it, and you can compare like this book to his previous ones, and like to see the difference as I can see. One moment that I really do love more about his previous books is that all his previous books are penetrated with their cleverly written mystic and like magical like sketches or touches. This one like didn't include these aspects. That's why maybe I miss them a bit. And as I've told you, one more aspect that like I didn't like, but still the book is good. Wow, the next one that I finished reading and I loved it so much. Probably you have already noticed that I became a fan of Barbara Connor. It's my first book by Barbara Connor, How to Steal a Dog. We follow Georgina. Her family is completely broken. Her mother has to survive, and not only survive, but to keep afloat all her family, Georgina and her little brother. And little Georgina decided to help her mother, and this her plan deals with a dog. I loved everything about this book, from cover to cover. Truth be told, the first book that I read by Barbara O'Connor, Wish, I loved this book a bit more. I will explain you why. This one, I was expecting to read more and more adventures about Georgina, and I don't remember the not Toby. Sorry, it's her brother name. The dog is name. I'm sorry. I forgot dog's name. I'm sorry. I want a bit more of adventures, to keep on reading about adventures of Georgina and the doggy she stole, and how their events were developing. This book ended too fast for me. That's why, as far as I remember, I gave it 4 stars. I don't remember, or Truth to be told, I was balancing between giving 5 stars or 4.5 stars. But since this book contains a lot of lessons that will be useful for middle grade representatives, but as well it will be useful for parents, for future parents, for grandparents. Well, this book is one more treasure for all those who love stories about animals, about love for animals, about adventures, deal with animals. It's about relationships, it's about friendship, it's about betrayal, it's about hard times, how to deal with these hard times, it's about bullying. Well, this like a wish, this book is absolutely great, and I would highly recommend it to all those who like animal lover, who wants to know some lessons, or how to deal with their some situations when your kid gets into this or that situation. Well, a lot of interesting events that that give you the right thought how to deal with this or that situation when you have nothing, have no idea how to cope with it. This book contains such moments. One more brilliant book by Barbara O'Connor, and as I've told you, I would highly recommend it to all those who love. I can't say that it's a light story. No, it's the writing style is easy, is very easy. But meantime, the book is written about deep and serious moments. Well, I loved everything about this book, about characters. Barbara O'Connor managed to create such memorable characters. I still remember the girl from The Wish, and all the Charlie, yeah, her name was Charlie. As you can see, if her name stuck in my memory, that's it says a lot about the book. The same here, Georgina. Barbara O'Connor is a master of great characters. They keep living with you long after you finish reading this or that book by Barbara O'Connor. Well, I'm about to order and read all her books, and the next one in my list is Adventures of Owen Jester. Here you can see there, the one with the rock. Well, this one was the second book I finished reading in April. The cute moment was that the events in this book took place in April, and but surprisingly I also read this book in April. Well, the book is, if I gave it 4.5 stars, I will definitely change it because if I'm telling you so passionately now about this book, it definitely will receive my high rating, 5 stars. So the second book in April was How to Steal a Dog by Barbara Connor. The next book, it's a short story by Michael Morgurgo. This writer was highly recommended by Shannon from 155 for books. Well, I loved this book. We follow, I will read you the synopsis. Verity rescues an orphan white lion cub from the African wild. They are inseparable until Verity is sent to boarding school far away in England and the lion is sold to a circus. Verity swears that one day they will see one another again, but the butterfly lion ensures that their friendship will never be forgotten. Well, the book is really touching. It made me sob a bit. It's good. It's full of so heart-squeezing moments. I cried. I sobbed when I read about farewell of Verity and the White Lion. I gave it 4 stars just because I wanted to know more about the life of White Lion or when he wasn't with Verity, and I wanted to know about life of Verity when he was at the war, when he was in boarding school, about his reflections, musings about this lion. It's a bit of these like episodes were missing for me. Well, but still the book is good, and I'll definitely read the other books by Michael Morgurgo. I know it's just little story, but still I needed these moments a bit. That's why I gave it 4 stars, because when the book, when I read the final lines or the final page, or why there are no more episodes or like details about White Lion, about Verity, so it was like it was squeezed a bit just for me, but still the book is really good. It's also full of lessons about a love for animals, or how to stay kind, to do your best to preserve their the little ones, the cubs that lost their families. Well, the book is awesome. I started reading it with my son, but probably it was a bit too early for him, because like he lost his interest on the as far as I remember, for a chapter. So, but still, the book is good. I will definitely read it once again with my son when he grew up a bit, and I will leave this book on my bookshelf for my daughter. It seems to me that if I like represent this book in the right way, and I will tell about this book to my kids, or in the right way, they will like feel more interest to read it. So the Butterfly Line by Michael Morgurgo. I love the cover, little cute line. And the 4th book, I read it unexpectedly. I didn't expect that I would read something else in April, but What Victoria from What Victoria Read recommended this one. The Tea Dragon Festival, this like oh my god, sorry, I will read you the synopsis. Rin has grown up with the tea dragons that inhabit their village, but stumbling across a real dragon turns out to be a different matter entirely. Aiden is a young dragon who was appointed to protect that village, but fell asleep in the forest 80 years ago. With the aid of Prince's adventuring uncle Aprik and his partner Hezekiel, they investigate the mystery of his enchanted sleep. But Rin's real challenge is to help Aiden to come to terms with the feeling that he can't get back the time he has lost. Well, this graphic novel was good, was so full of fairiness or magic or these cute dragons. I will show you there how adorable illustrations are there. I gave it 4 stars, not just because I don't like it. No, I know that I gave almost always 5 stars. It's not just because the book, the graphic novel wasn't good. Not, it's awesome. It's just like not my cup of tea because I like understood that graphic novel is not my genre. I also tried to read it with my son, but he like refused. He said that he prefers like more traditional books to read. But still, the book is full of cute phrases, cute quotes. One of them, I remember the page 82. Here is the dragon, his musings. Well, just because something comes easily to you doesn't mean it's no value. You find it effortless because you love it, and that's why it is your gift. Like this book, in this tiny quote is the whole book. It's good, it's touching, it's so well-paced, it's atmospheric. If you enjoy reading graphic novels, you will definitely like this book. I loved it, but not so much as I've expected. But still, the book is good. The illustrations is good. Like the book cover, and here is magnificent. So if you like stories about dragons, if you're a tea drinker, if you like some fairy stuff, or if you like and enjoy reading graphic novels, you will definitely read this one. Well, so these are 4 books. I am here. These are 4 books that I managed. Oh, sorry, I don't like how it looks. Yeah, right here. Yeah. So I have one thriller with lots of love. It's Musso style. I have 2 brilliant books about animals and about love for animals and about hard times and how to deal with them. Here it's the first time I read graphic novel. I'm happy I read it because I always wanted to try it, and I tried it, but oh, I'm sorry. Dear Victoria, if you watch it, I'm sorry, but like it's not my cup of tea. But still, as I've told you, if you enjoy reading graphic novels, if you love dragons, if you're a tea lover, tea drinker, you will enjoy traveling and wandering in the enchanting world of the tea dragons. So that's how our reading April what's going on. I have 2 book mail, and I have 2 books that came to my bookshelves. The first one is this one. Yes, I'm an animal lover. In my so I'm more lover, but still I also love doggies. So this one, after I read Wish by Barbara O'Connor, Amazon offered me this one. I read synopsis and loved it. So this book was traveling to me pretty long, for about a month. Well, this book is from acclaimed author Dog's Way Home. I read this book and I loved it so much. I don't remember the dog's name, but I still remember that I have somewhere on my bookshelves. I will show you in a second. So, as I promised you here, I read this book a couple of years ago and I loved it so much. Well, this one, I will read you the synopsis. Everybody needs another heartbeat on their side. Piper's family just moved into a homeless shelter in a whole new city, and her life may never be normal again. But Hope House brings new challenges and new friendships, including Firefly Trooper 423 and a sweet dog named Baby. Baby feels lucky. He gets to live in a park with his person Javel. A pack of two, but Javel isn't well. There is only so much her baby can do to help her. When they are together, Piper and Baby feel like they matter. So when Baby and his person are torn apart, Piper knows she's the only one who can help. But that means learning to trust her new friends and herself before Baby gets taken away for good. Well, it's sounds touching, captivating, and pretty interesting because it deals with a homeless shelter. It's like not ordinary baby story, doggy story. So I will read. I don't know when I'm about to read it. I want to read it in May, but I still don't know. Well, I love the cover, this cute doggy, and the book, book, I'm sorry, and the back, the background. Well, the cover, I'm loving it. The synopsis speaks to me. That's why that's one of the books that arrived, and one more book is here. Marked for reading. This is book number 3, Stones and Curses series. I love the cover. Lisa Boats, for me, it's incredibly talented author. I read her previous trilogy, and I was waiting for the 3rd book because I feel like reading everything in whole. So I have her 2 books here. Wish marked, the book number 1. So marked, book number 2, and this one, the 3rd one. I still don't know when I am about to read it. I'm about to read it probably in June, maybe in May, but I still don't know because I'm don't have much time. But still, I will read you here the first one, synopsis. Hi, I'm Nora, and I bring people's worst nightmares to life. Everyone needs a hobby, right? Don't look at me like that. It's not like I do it on purpose. I'm cursed, like bona fide needle pricking, frog kissing, poison apple cursed. Except first because in addition to slowly chipping away at myself, this thing will eventually kill me too. Let me start over. So I won't reveal all the secrets, but I'm obsessed with this book cover. Lisa Boats is a master of like representing and giving her books amazing book covers. They are eye-catching, they are like vivid, they are captivating, they are like gorgeous. Like you can see that one. number 2. Just like it's amazing, right? And the third one. So I don't know whether Lisa votes or watch this video, but still I will read this one, this trilogy. I can't wait to dive into it, because Lisa Boats is a master of creating perfect fantasy, perfect magical, perfect world that like make you dissolve in all these magic that she's making up in her books. Wow. Unfortunately, I failed reading, or I was about to start reading this book, but something went wrong. This book, I'm here. This book is this one, Unprecedented Times by Lisa Thomas. And this one will be my number 1 in my May TBR. But I will tell you this in the next video. So, and one more book that arrived. I have been waiting for this book because you know, this writer, this author, is so talented, is so deep, is so creative, is so inspiring. Her books are so deep. Every book written by her is penetrated with kindness, love, and endless inspiration. This one, The Accidental Cop by Eve Kogus. I like the shades of blue, violet, purple, white. I really enjoy like minimalism on this book cover. This book is in my May TBR, and I will tell a bit later about it in the next video that I will leave in the description below. But Eve Kogus, I'm so happy this book has arrived, because I already started worrying a bit, because there are sometimes book mail fails to come safely. But this one is I am going to dive in it pretty soon in May. So I will tell you, I have a really bookish mess over here. So these were books that I read in April. These were books that arrived with the book mail in April. I am jumping into May with my heart full of inspiration, full of gratitude, and like all the positive vibes that the universe are so generous to give me this month. I do hope that your April was such good as mine was. Jumping into April like this.